Okay, what I'm going to say is going to sound kind of crazy and a little hypocritical, to be quite perfectly honest, coming from me of all people. Well, not just me, but some other people. But I think it's time we start ignoring people like Kevin Smith and Ryan Johnson. Like given them attention. Like I watch Deadwood Dale and Razor Fist a lot. Well, mostly Razor Fist. Deadwood Dale's more of a newer one for me, but they both brought up a point of we should stop feeding the beast, basically. Like, you know that old saying, you know the dog that wins inside you, the one you feed the most? Well, I kind of think us doing these videos on these assholes in the entertainment industry is only helping them because now the anti-SJW stuff, that is also marketed just as SJW pain is also marketable. And if you're wondering why I'm using the whole Pepe Sylvia thing for this one, it's because it kind of sounds crazy what I'm saying. Like we should be calling these people. I do think that I really do, but I also don't think we should be bringing attention to them. Like this is something that Razorfist pointed out with Anita Sarkeesian, which was the minute people paid less attention to her, the less she did well. So us complaining about these people might just be making the problem worse. And yeah, I'm all for that. I mean, I still would probably make videos on these people on this kind of stuff, or I'm trying to branch out with the types of videos I make. Like I'm trying to make more videos suggesting stuff instead of saying this thing sucks. I'm also trying to do things on like just to give people ideas of what to do when they write. Albeit a series that people barely watch, but hey, never stopped me from trying. And yeah, I thought I'd just talk about some like it is aggravating. It really is the stuff that people in the entertainment industry do to piss people off. It is aggravating. I sympathize with that. I really do. Because I am with y'all on that. I am pissed. I am pissed at Kevin Smith right now. Like, he is a piece of hypocritical shit and a schlub. He lied to us repeatedly. And I'm not even a He-Man fan. I like the 2002 reboot, as I said previously in another video. Or I watched it at least, and I vaguely remember liking it. But other than that, my experience with He-Man has been kind of limited. I never saw the '80s version because it looked kind of cheesy to me. But then again, most stuff from the '80s looks cheesy. That's been my personal opinion, and I can still tolerate. Like, I still watch stuff from the '80s, even though I wasn't born in it or born before it. Like I was born long after it was over. But I still want to see stuff from that era, like the Highlander. I still am waiting for that to come in the mail. So there's that, and what else? What else? Where was I going? Anyway, I'll move on from there. The point is, like, I think us like calling them out on their bullshit. Oh, now I remember. So I was not a fan of Masters of the Universe growing up. I saw the reboot, but that was it. And when it ended, I kind of forgot about it until a few months ago. And it had nothing to do with Kevin Smith's stupid series being made. Like I was aware of it, but I didn't really give a shit. But yeah, I was still had some kind of like fondness, I guess. I mean, memory, I suppose. But that's not what pissed me off about it. What pissed me off about it was this guy slandered Clownfish TV, lied about being a fan, lied repeatedly, and now is telling fans to fuck off. He has become the thing he once hated. Congratulations, Anakin Skywalker, you former fat fuck. Actually, you know what? I can't even compare you to Anakin. Anakin was at least cool. No, Kevin Smith is just a piece of shit who I would not piss on if he was on fire. But yeah, him, Ryan Johnson, Neil Druckmann, they do this kind of shit all the time, and I think us bitching about it and telling people not to see it is kind of having a Streisand effect, a reverse Streisand effect of what we normally like. So yeah, there's that. Now, as I mentioned before, the entertainment industry aggravates the hell out of me, especially Netflix. I mean, Kevin Smith basically said it doesn't matter what the fans say. As long as they keep getting their revenue, they're going to keep doing their bullshit. And I think the entertainment industry as a whole follows that model. Like, people bitch about them blackwashing characters. And that aggravates me because I like redheads. I really do. I haven't dated one yet, so that's probably why. But yeah, I like them, and I find what the fact that Hollywood likes to blackwash them constantly to be extremely hypocritical and intellectually dishonest, but mostly hypocritical. Actually, no, it's intellectual hypocrisy. Like they talk about representation, but they give it all to blacks. I'm like, where's the ginger representation? I don't see no ginger representation. I don't see any redhead representation. I don't see no male representation. I don't see no lone representation. Well, actually, they've been doing that, but they've been fucking up the loner characters so much. And as aggravating as that is, I think it's time to stop feeding the beast because like these schmucks are. Actually, no, I want to touch on this some more, which is just they seem to get off on pissing people off. Is all I can really say. Like these people are almost like scalpers. Like every time they piss someone off, it's like claiming a scalp or a witcher claiming a monster's head. And fuck me. Actually, no, fuck them. But yeah, they seem to get off on this. Like I know it's usually said you could never attribute to malice what you can to an incompetence or the reverse. I think it's a bit of both. It's both malice and incompetence. They enjoy pissing people off. They seem to get off on it. Like it's like they can't get their rocks off unless they do. Like anything you love will die. To quote, it's a Gundam. Everything I love dies, and that's what Hollywood wants everyone else to be screaming because we can't have nice things. And I know it seems kind of paranoid to be saying this, but at the same time, I look at the bullshit they do and say, how they respect fans, or how they're going, to, or it's how they're trying to make love letters to them. Like aside from Devil May Cry 5, there's not been a love letter to fans in a long while. Or if there has, I haven't noticed it or heard of it. And like the Kathleen Kennedys, the Rian Johnsons, the Neil Druckmans, the Jar Jar Abrams, and the Kevin Smiths of the world. At one point, they were tolerable people, but now they're just like they seem to pursue what I like to call a legacy of destruction. They want to destroy, like they go out of their way to intentionally destroy the things we love. And it is, as I said before, it is aggravating. It is infuriating. It makes the barrel of a gun look real friendly, to be perfectly honest, when I see how these people act. Because they have, apparently they never heard the saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you. But yeah, I think I'll get off that tangent now because I really did not want to talk about that, but I am pissed about it. If there's one other thing, well, if there's something I have kind of taken away from this, is that it's probably for this reason that I do think people should be branching out more in terms of the content they consume. Like I say, we should just gut mainstream entertainment altogether and just move to indies. Like, there's this one YouTuber I watch, Raging Golden Eagle. He started a comic book series called Blade Devil. He actually inspired me to try to work on my own comic script, which I'm still working on between that and an RPG. But anyway, um, like they're always saying to make our own. Well, we should be doing that. We should be making new stuff because Hollywood has made it very clear they are not going to give us new entertaining content. They're just going to make schlock based on old stuff from the past, and they're going to bastardize the stuff we love. And yeah, we should just stop giving. Again, we should stop feeding the beast. I've said that already. I'm probably going to say it ad nauseum anyway, but yeah, stop feeding the beast. Just find stuff you love and then consume that and be loyal to that. Because these people have shown they are not worth your loyalty. They are not worth your giving you money to. They are not worth a damn. And I think people should more and more be focusing on indie stuff that's happening, like Willy's Wonderland or Blade Devil or stuff being made on Indiegogo. But I would avoid Kickstarter if I were you. That place is the shit. It is not the good. It's not the shit. It's the bad kind of shit. But other than that, that'd be my recommendation. Like, focus more on indies because there needs to be more emphasis in the indie department because the mainstream has made it clear they hate our guts. So why should we give them our money, or let alone why should we give them attention at that? And if there's one positive thing I can say about ignoring these people is we will have less ulcers. Like that's the main positive. Is like these four specifically. Well, technically five because Neil Druckmann should be on here, but I have no idea if the my PowerPoint will allow a fourth image or not. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to continue regardless. But yeah, they pursue what I like to call a legacy of destruction. They destroy things that we love, either intentionally or they're trying to make something and they just destroy what we love in the process. And I'm tired of, I'm kind of sick of them doing this and us not being able to do a damn thing about it. And I'll still make the videos I want to make, but at the same time, I do think people should at least consider the fact that maybe we're making the situation worse. Because these guys are hacks. They're going to do what they do regardless of what we say, so why bother giving them attention or the time of day? Like, I might reference them from time to time, but at this point, I kind of want to stop talking about them because all I'm getting is angrier and angrier, and it feels like I'm losing my mind in the process. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Is actually no, I have more to say. These 4, 5 people: Kevin Smith, Kathleen Kennedy, Rian Johnson, and Jar Jar Abrams and Neil Druckmann. Yeah, y'all can go to hell. You are hacks, and when you die, the world will move on, and you will not be missed. Even if you have children, when they die, they will also not be missed because they're probably just as insufferable as you. Well, at least I think Jar Jar Abrams has a kid and Kevin Smith has a kid. That's it. But yeah, they are such insignificants, that little fucks, that they are not worth our time of day. So why do we continue to rage about them? Like, they have more power over us than we actually let them have, now that I think about it. Like, I was usually doing videos just to vent and get stuff off my chest, but at this point, yeah, no, I see no point in continuing onward. So yeah, thank you to Deadwood Dale and Razorfist for pointing this out. And now, if you're a YouTuber and you see this and you still want to do videos on these people, fine, do it. Do it on this stuff. Like, I might end up doing it anyway because I forget about this. I hope I don't because I'm tired of doing these kind of things. But at the same time, I like to cover news articles and such. But other than that, I think these people should be ignored and starved. They'll do things to grasp for attention, but at the same time, they'll lose their relevance once again. I mean, Kevin Smith, he was already culturally irrelevant before he was doing the He-Man thing. The only difference was at the time before he did it, he had respect. Kevin Smith, you no longer have respect. Rian Johnson, you had some, well, notoriety. I'm just going to assume. Jar Jar Abrams, you were seen as sort of a darling by the public, but your antics kind of made you look like the douche canoe hipster you really are. And Kathleen Kennedy, you were a nobody before you were given Star Wars. You were a coffee girl, basically, or a businesswoman. That was it. That's what these people were. And without us, they fade to nothing. So I say, stop feeding the beast. Just find other stuff to talk about. Like, and I'm not mandating you should do this. If you want to do videos on these assholes in the future, go with God, my friend. I might even enjoy them, but I kind of like the idea of doing what Deadwood Dale says, and just branching out and bringing attention to stuff, to content that is actually entertaining and not meant to piss us off. That's why I recommend stuff like manga and anime and music and like there's a bunch of stuff I recommend that is entertaining. That's also why I recommend Bond Dessinée. It's both intriguing, built well, and it wasn't made to intentionally piss you off. It was made by people, and this stuff was made by people who were trying to entertain. It's probably why I'll end up recommending The Highlander later. And yeah, that is all I really wanted to say, is to get this off my chest, because this is an idea I had, and I had no idea where I was going to go with it. I just wanted to get it out there. So to those of you who disagree with me, feel free to explain why in the comments. If you're saying, oh, we have to because otherwise they'll get away with it, no, they're still going to get away with it. We just might be dragging attention to it that's unnecessary. In a weird Streisand effect, a negative kind of Streisand effect culturally. To those of you who are in the middle, let me know your thoughts anyway. As always, I'm interested to hear what people have to say. As long as they're respect. Well, actually, no, you can be disrespectful too. I've kind of been trying to tolerate that now. But yeah, just let me know your comments. or let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have a nice day, and remember the game was rigged from the start. Boy, has that become apparent.